Good morning, Sagittarius. Hope you are well. Happy Thursday. I hope Jupiter shines down on you today, Sag. So, Sagittarius, this seems like an excessively good day. I have to be real with you. Y'all know I have trouble with the mornings. I would really love to get this reading out early in the morning, but I am just not really a morning person. I go through a whole self-care regimen. So Sagittarius, and it just seems like there's been so many distractions lately. They finally put the new heat in, which is really great. So yeah, it's nice and toasty in here. So Sag, let's take a look at the energy that is affecting you. Some details going on, and all the things. Sag, the way that you're showing up today is in the sun, feeling empowered, I feel like you're feeling pretty good about the future. Now I know that like it's hinky, right? Neptune is going direct, and so why is that so great, Sag? Because things that weren't clear are becoming clear, basically. And Neptune is the planet of confusion and illusion. We're still going to test it by Saturn in Pisces, and we will be all throughout 2024. I hate to say it, but Saturn is going to be dogging at our heels. Thanks, Pisces. And it's interesting because when there are like Pisces transits going on, we are always very affected by it. And I don't know if y'all will have to let me know in the comments if you find that you attract Pisces, because I feel like Sagittarius and Pisces, they feel like they have so much in common. And it is basically, if you start to wonder about it, because we actually are really different too, you can blame Jupiter for that. We share Jupiter as a planet. We have the same modality. It's just that I feel like the way that Pisces starts to irritate us is because Sagittarius wants to move ahead and Pisces wants to keep going back and going forward and going back and going forward. So just a little FYI for you. So you are very much thinking about the future, okay? And that's good to know. And I know it's going to be harsh, y'all, for the next month because, we have Mercury retrograding, and it's retrograding in Capricorn, which is Saturn, which is the planet of restriction and responsibility. So might be a little tough, right? But you are thinking about your destiny, where you're going, because it's the North Node here. You're thinking about the future. And it could be, too, like, I feel like, Sag, you're in a lot of transformation energy. Because I look at the numbers, y'all, and, a lot of completion energy still, because the sun, if we look at it, 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 is the number of completion. But we're seeing 7. So far you got 7, 7. We'll see if there's, with the 8th house on the bottom. So, you're thinking about the future, leaving behind what you got to leave behind, We're getting the answers for sure. What's going on around you is very nice. It's trine sextile symbiosis, which means that it's going to feel like people are really working with you. People are not, pushing against you right now. There's a very collaborative energy here. And on the bottom, we're seeing the 8th house, the 1st house. Interesting. And Aquarius, collaboration, working with others for the greater good, right? And the 8th house is also the house of death and rebirth, which could mean there are some endings which are leading to some beginnings, with the 1st house being here. and this definitely has to do with other people. So there could be like this energy of like people coming, people going, but what you're going to find is that it seems like people want to work together right now. And so much so that in recent past readings, there's been a lot of Three of Pentacles energy. And that is people working together. And that's beautiful, right? Absolutely. So some small details that may be affecting your day. You may be receiving a message from someone who I do kind of feel like you haven't spoken to this person in a while, and all of a sudden they may be messaging you saying, hey, Sag, what's up? Where you been? What's going on? What's wrong? And, the truth is you're not sure whether this person is genuine. This would be someone who kind of switches up on you a lot. And, for one thing, Sagittarius, if we can't trust someone's energy, it is concerning, right? It is concerning. But all of a sudden, they're changing their tune, or maybe they're paying attention, and they're showing up for you and caring about you. And you're like, you know what? Like, you've been gone for a while. What is all this? I kind of get the feeling that you're not sure that it's real. So adjudication is here with poverty and unexpected income. Okay, there could be a decision also today which brings in money for you. Money you weren't expecting to receive. Okay. Yeah. And it could also be that someone is really giving you some validation. It could be validation on how you keep your home, actually. I know that's a weird message, but I said what I said. I said what I said. So, Sag, in terms of some details today, I feel like you're just, with the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Wands, I feel like you're focused on what's next. What's next for you? I don't think, altogether, maybe you're not really sure what's next, but it's definitely, you've been focused on moving forward and leaving things behind that you don't, that aren't good for you anymore. And it hasn't really been easy. It's been a little exhausting. And I feel like right now you're just trying to get in that Queen of Wands mode where, future things. There's a lot of energy here about you thinking about the future. And yes, you've moved on from a lot, and that requires you to I do feel like you maybe are pulling your energy back. This isn't so much like being social. This is about you planning for what's next. And yeah, is there some healing involved with walking away from things? There sure is. And I think at this time, you are okay with the uncertainty, because Sagittarius always is. There's a sense of, I'm good. I'm just going to, I walked away from some things that really weren't working for me anymore. And I'm going to sit here by myself, and I am going to rest and recuperate from what I've had to let go of. And I'm also going to look towards the future. I'm not going to be overly concerned with how it happens. Okay, but there is also a sense all throughout this reading about thinking about what it is you truly want. But you are definitely thinking about the future. You definitely are in this mode of letting go and processing. I just recently watched an astrology reading that said that Sagittarius is having, usually we're not really about processing our feelings. We like to keep things moving. So we're not going to wallow. That isn't what we do. But it does seem as if, in recent time, we are being, reflecting on what it is that we've lost, reflecting on endings, focused on ending what needs to end. And we are being forced to process our feelings. Okay. Definitely, because the Queen of Cups is here. And we are doing that. We are doing that. But we're also getting in this mode of taking chances. With the Fool being here, it's kind of, really saying that, yes, can things go wrong? Yes, they can. They can. Okay? They can. You're aware of that, but you've already been through so much that you know that you're free to take risk. Because if you're kind of thinking about all that you've already overcome. Like, I've done things, I've jumped and it hasn't worked, but did I die? No, you didn't. You processed things, you let things end, you dealt with your feelings. So whatever risk you take now, you know that, yeah, you know what? Life can sting, but I'll be all right. I'll be okay. Because you know that if you don't, you can't just not. That's one thing Sagittarius knows, like, at some point. We're not really play it safe kind of people. And I feel like you're moving beyond that play it safe energy. It's no longer time to play it safe. Aries is saying, no, Sag, you're going to have to jump in on some things. And yeah, I mean, could it go wrong? Sure, it could. Will you be okay? Yes. Because now you're trusting your instincts. And that may have been a question in the past. Because of the things that you've had to walk away from, the things you've had to lose, it could be where for a while, maybe that was in question. Can I trust myself? You're very much in the mode of recovery and trusting yourself more. Okie dokie. So your advice is the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and Temperance. I mean, it's so beautiful that you got the Queen of Wands and Temperance in the same reading. Because it's literally saying that you're ready. Okay? And, Temperance is telling you that, the universe is saying to you, Sag, you have options, right? While, risk is really great, you have to decide what you're taking a risk on. You can't just say, I don't know if I really want this and I'll just jump and see what happens. No, the universe wants you to figure out what you want. And they want you to stand on that. Because when you do that, you'll do everything that's necessary to make it work. Okay? Yes, yes. Wowza, Sag. Yeah, King of Swords on the bottom with the Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness, all right. King of Swords, Ace of Cups, the World, the Magician, and the Two of Cups. So there definitely is love here. There definitely is a King of Swords, which I think that's Libra. But there could be an air sign in your future here, Sag. You could be coming together with someone new, taking a journey with someone new that you've been, especially if you've been asking for love. This is someone like-minded, for sure. But I also see other people here, Sag. Because on the bottom, we're seeing the King of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Moon. So there could be a whole bunch of people in your energy. I'm seeing 3 here, 3, maybe even 4. Specifically, although I feel like the Magician is you. So you may have choices in love. And the universe is telling you it is your choice. Ace of Pentacles. There's door opening to other people, and it is your choice, Sag. And you may not really know specifically when it comes to love what you're wanting. You may decide here, Sag, no one wants to hear this, right? That you've been through a lot when it comes to love, because we're seeing the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. You may decide that you're just kind of right now better off by yourself. Ugh, Page of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Someone is coming to apologize for something they did to you in the past. So you see, Sag, there are people in your energy, but I feel like you aren't really focused on that. I feel like, yes, you know, because this is Mercury retrograde, that's what happens. But I feel like you're just focused on your own needs, taking care of yourself. You know, people are going to do what they're going to do. That's interesting. Specifically because I feel like you actually do feel pretty connected to this King of Swords. And there was also a King of Wands there, so... Lord, Sag, we're not even looking at that, you know, because this is Mercury retrograde. People are going to come back. And people are going to, you know, show up. And there are usually a lot of people who are doing that during this time. And I feel like you aren't going to be left out of the loop because, you know, people will fight me in the comments, but Sagittarius attracts a lot of attention. We always do. Whether you know about it or you don't know about it. We naturally do that. And you may find that during Mercury retrograde, there are people who are showing up. But I feel like you're not really focused on that, to be honest. And I always am, Sag. So let's get you a mindful message, Sagittarius. Get Sagittarius a mindful message. Because you are in the middle of a transformation. And really with the first house being here and the North Node, you are actually in the mind of pushing yourself forward. If you notice recently, love hasn't really come out in a bunch of the readings. So what does Sagittarius need to be mindful of? Geez, Sag, are you overthinking? Sagittarius, there we go. Tune in. Today, before doing what I normally do, I will take a moment to slow down, place my hands on my heart space, and take a few deep breaths. I will ask myself what I truly want, and I will honor whatever I am feeling. I do feel like you're getting in touch with what you really want. You know? You may be feeling emotional. You know, Spirit says be careful about the emotions that you're projecting. But with the Nine of Wands, I kind of feel like you're hanging back. You know, because you are going through transformation. Release. Today I release limiting beliefs, harmful thoughts, toxic patterns, and anything out of alignment. And a lot of times that is energy we have to process ourselves. You know? Just saying. So let's get you a sassy piece of advice from the Rebel deck. So you can get on with your day, Sag. Sagittarius. I feel like you're in this mode of figuring yourself out. You know? What new things do I want in my life that are for me, right? And yeah, when people start showing up or start, you know, wanting your attention or whatever, that can be like very distracting. And I feel like that might be something that you encounter, Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius. Oh. Oh, Sag. Stop obsessing. Stop obsessing. You are not the center of the universe. You are being shady. Watch out. Ish could get ugly. Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. Okay, so you are processing. You are. And you could be coming off shady because you could just be like avoiding the world, right? But it's kind of telling you, be careful about getting stuck in your head. Okay, or spending too much time on it, right? But other than that, I actually really like this energy, Sag. So let's see what the universe wants you to focus on. What would you like Sagittarius to focus on? Sagittarius. Seems like a lot is changing, Sag. What do you want Sagittarius to focus on? Oh. Courage. Ask for what you want. Ingenuity. This situation calls for adaptability. I mean, it's kind of telling you that, you know, you might have to figure out creative ways in getting what you want, Sag. Clear out the clutter. I heard that. Okay. And then completion was on the bottom, Sag. A lot of that's still going on. So that's what I have for you. I hope this really helps. Toodles.